Hi there and welcome to this really special chipping drill I'm going to show you, which will help you pick the right shot when you're at the golf course. It's going to give you more imagination, it's going to give you more skill, it's going to give you more feel. So what you do is you get, let's say you chip with 3 clubs. So for today's purpose I'm going to use a 60, a gap wedge and an 8-iron. We drop 3 balls like this in the fringe. Oops, that wasn't so clever. There you go, so that's 3. So no matter where they lie, you've got to chip them. You do 1 chip with each club. So we'll hit the 60 first and we'll go for the flag. Now, I know if we were playing, we would just putt this, but this is about teaching you a bit of feel and some chipping skill and things like that. So let's have a go. So this is the 60. Okay, not too clever that one. Let's go with the gap wedge. See how close we can get this one. Okay, that was a bit better. So straight away that would tell me that from perhaps this position, the gap wedge will be better than the lob wedge. And then the last one is the 8-iron. Let's have a go with this. See if we can get it any closer. Okay, so therefore I went for that one. So what that shows is that from this position I've learned that probably the best club if I was in a game is the gap wedge. Then what you do is this, you grab them again, and this time, as opposed to dropping them in the fringe, we're going to drop them a little bit further back. So let's put them, there you go, a good sort of 3 or 4 yards back. 1, 2, 3. And again, same thing, you've got to go with the same 3 clubs. So what you are going to find when you do this drill is that you're going to find you're going to hit the wrong club from the wrong position, just like there the lob wedge really wasn't that strong a choice. From here we've got to play them as they lie. So I've got mud on the ball, I've got really bare lies. We've got to try to work out how to get it close to that hole. So let's have a go with the lob wedge first. Okay, let's see what happens. So lob wedge, not too bad. So perhaps this might be the right one for the lob wedge. Then we go gap wedge again. I've actually got the right one. Okay, so move the leaf. Cool, we've got worm casts everywhere on this one. Let's have a go. So this has got a whole lot of worm casts behind it. We're in a slight hole, it's a bare lie. So the shot I would normally try to hit from here, I can't do because the lie says I'm not able to hit that shot. So now I've got to change what I would normally do from here. Let's see how close we can get this. Not bad, considering the lie will take that one. So again, that gives me 2 great options if I was in a game. If this was your last hole and you had to up and down it to win, I've already got a couple of options. Now the 8-iron. And again, normally you think, okay, well this would not be any good for an 8-iron, but let's see what happens. With the 8-iron. Okay, so that one there, as you can see, it's run too much. So again, if I come to a game, I know I've got a choice between my, say, my 60, my 54, my gap wedge, maybe even my pitching wedge. But I know that because I've done this drill. Then what we do is you do 1 more zone. So we go out, this time we go quite a bit further back. So we're now, okay, we're now back here. Okay, 1, 2, these are horrendous lies. Okay, so now we're short-sided ourselves, we've got a hump in the way, we've got no grass under the ball. Let's have a go with the lob wedge. And again, it doesn't matter if you fluff a chip. This isn't about hitting every chip well the whole time. It's about you learning a bit of feel, developing imagination. So when you come to this position, you go, okay, right, whilst I practice, I realise that this club worked quite well from here. As opposed to what too many of you do is grab the same club each time. So let's have a look. Okay, we're not sure what we can do here. Let's see how close we can get this one. Okay, that was with the lob wedge, not too bad. Take that in again. Okay, let's go with the gap wedge now. See if we can do any better with this. But as you can see, all the chips have been half decent. Nothing's miles away. That's not to say that won't happen. That's tempting fate, isn't it? Okay, so this one here, okay, now it gets tricky because now again we've got to try to create a shot that we would never really play in a game. Let's see how successful we can hit this one. Okay, look at that. So there's me saying I'd never play it in a game. I've chipped it closer. So the reason why I'm able to hit that shot is because I've practiced this drill loads and loads of times. I've opened my eyes up to what is possible. That's the whole idea of chipping. The question is, what is possible from this lie with whatever clubs you've got? Now an 8-iron, again, an 8-iron, we've got to bump it into the bank somehow. So banks are quite useful. You can slow the ball down. So if I chip this anywhere on top of the bank or down the other side, we know it's gone. I can chip it into the bank, hopefully use it to slow it down a bit and then get it to roll over the other side. So let's have a go with the 8-iron. So there we go, it's that chipped it over quite nicely. So if I was honest, if I was in a game, even though the 8-iron's not the nearest one, the one I'd probably pick from that lie would be the 8-iron, purely because I would never sacrifice my strike. So what I mean by that is I'd always pick a shot that I'm most comfortable to get a strike. I know they're nearer, but that one there's not a million miles away. But 9 out of 10 times what I would feel is that if I was hitting the 8-iron, I would get it at least that close every time. These two, there's more room for error. And what I would then do is then I would go to a different part of the green. So I'd go maybe up the top there and put them in the fringe, hit the 3 shots, then go over the back and hit 3 shots, then go further. And if you've got a bunker in your way like this, you know, and the third zone's the other side, let's just have a quick go. There you go, so we've got a bunker in the way. You know, I would chip it from the other side of the bunker. You're not going to get it close with all of them because the bunker's obviously too much in the way. Let me just move this. Okay, let's start with the lob wedge. Okay, so what can we do here? So, the lie's not too bad. If we get a good enough strike, we should be able to get this one half decent. Okay, not bad. It's got a bit of a bigger bounce what I was expecting. Played it quite nicely though. But again, maybe it's because it was on a slight downhill lie. The ball ran out a little bit more than what I was expecting. But again, this is about teaching you skill, imagination, feel. Gap wedge, totally the wrong club. So again, what we can do, we can try to use the grass, the other side of the bunker, to slow this ball down a bit. Let's have a go. Okay, slowed it down, not quite enough. You know, but these are bad chips and they're, what, 8-10 feet away? Here's the fun one, 8-iron. Now these are the ones that I really enjoy because it's totally the wrong club. Oh, the lie's not the best for this one. We're going to have to come up with something just to try to get it close to the hole. So let's see how, oh blimey, let's see how we can play this. Okay, I really need the grass to slow the ball down here. Let's hope. Okay, we've got a terrible bounce off the rough there, and that's what you have to deal with. So just by going over the bunker, what it teaches me, it teaches what options are available. Okay, so I know that this time of year, if I land it with the lob wedge in the fringe on a dewy day like this, the ball skids too much. So what I would do is pitch it a little bit further short just to slow it down a bit, but at least I've learnt. The whole idea of this exercise is for you to learn what's possible. Don't just pick out a club when you play and go to it and hit the same club. Practice this and it will open up your mind to what you can do. If I was doing this drill properly, I would drop 6 balls down because I chip with 6 clubs. I'd hit 6, then I'd go back, I'd hit another 6, then I'd go further back and hit another 6, then I go to another side. This drill will dramatically improve your feel, your imagination, your skill, and hopefully your results when you then go out on the golf course, because the better shot choice you pick and make when you play, the more successful you will be. Good luck.